What up, what up, what up, everybody? Welcome to Fears Boyz podcast. Episode, what number are we on? 4?
Maybe.
4, yeah. Hey, we're making things happen, ladies and gentlemen. We are making things happen. We have just made our Facebook page, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, all at the Fears Boyz podcast. We'll post it later on in the comments. But first and foremost, welcome to the podcast. Like I said, it's another great week, Jeremy. We had some good weekend of sports. MLB kicked off. College basketball has ended for the men and the women. So before we get into that, let's go ahead and go back to our GoFundMe from last week. Our goal was $500 for the disaster relief of Amory. We are halfway there, everybody. We're at $250 right now. So, hey, big round of applause to everybody there. Let's just throw it in there. And the ones who have not done anything, I'm just kidding. Much love. But hey, GoFundMe is still open. We're going to do it for a couple more weeks. And then we're going to donate all this out. So everyone who's donated and who's prayed, hey, thank you for all that. Jeremy, let's kick right into it. College basketball has ended.
Yeah. Yep. It was a good tournament, Very good games. Final Four was very good. My FAU Owls, last second, buzzer beater, got them, kicked them out of the championship game. UConn dominated Miami and then went into the game last night and just no problems with San Diego.
Took care of business for sure.
Yeah. Won every game in the tournament by double digits.
Man.
So they started the season off 14-0, had some injuries, slowed down mid-season, but got hot again at the right time. So if you're going to win 6-7 games in a row, the last 6 or 7 are the most important ones to win. So they look like the best team, and they're the number one team coming into the year, into the season next year.
They have to be. Yeah, they have to be. They look phenomenal. Tristan Newton, top scorer, 19 points, 10 boards. Like you said, they look phenomenal. Started off the year hot, but also end of the year, I think, even hotter. And hopefully that can transition into next year. I think that's their, what I put in here, 5th men's championship.
You're right.
I think it's the 5th. So kudos to them. Great. Great season.
That's a basketball blue blood school right there. A lot of NBA talent comes out of that school.
Yeah.
As you just said, 5 national championships. I think, was it all 5 since the early 90s maybe?
Yeah.
Just a great school. So men and women's, both basketball school right there.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's if you're a basketball watcher, I know everyone out there who's listening, that's who you're going to watch if you want to watch some good sports for sure. Let's go over to the women's side. LSU took care of business against Iowa.
Yes.
That was, man, you couldn't have, I think it was just like with UConn for the men's, it's like the girls could not stop making that ball for LSU, man. They were hot.
I can't think of the girl's name off the top of my head, but the girl that came in the second quarter and went 7 for 7.
Jasmine, I think it's Jasmine Carson.
Yeah.
She ended up with 22 points.
And then I think she had 20 in the second quarter alone. She banks in that 3 at halftime. I think they're down 10 right there, and then boom, up down 13. Iowa is, and Caitlin Clark got in foul trouble. Offense really runs through her. Back-to-back games in the Final Four, 41 points. I mean,
crazy.
She's coming back for another year. So
that she is, which is very good. I'm very happy about that because she is phenomenal.
Yeah, player of the year.
Jimmy Fredette of women's college basketball.
Pull up, shoot it, make it. So,
a
lot of controversy in the game with the Angel Reese thing, mocking Caitlin Clark, and everything. But that, that's just a game. Men are going to do it. I think a lot of people are just hating because they're not used to women doing that or whatever.
Yeah.
And Caitlin Clark came on ESPN today. I saw a little post on it and just said, "Hey, look, no hard feelings to what's your name, Reese." So that's baseball. I'm looking at the Braves baseball score here.
Yeah.
That's basketball, and men or women's side. It's in every sport. You're going to have that. So I think ESPN and those type of shows, it gives them something to talk about. So I think if they took something that was very small and just blew it out of proportion. So
she was, of course, in the heat of the moment.
Yeah,
look, so
I'm up 15 points at the end of the game, and I know I'm about to get a ring. Hey, give it to me,
baby. Yeah,
give it to me. So
you got to be cocky on some of those, on those things. Which I understand there's a time and a place for everything. I probably wouldn't have followed Caitlin Clark around the court doing it,
right?
Maybe, but I would have still done it. I know a buddy of mine at work. He's a big LSU fan, and he was asking me about it. And I was like, I don't think it's unprofessional. I don't think it's out of the wrong. Like, if you just won a national championship for the first time in history of your school, you're going to boast a little bit. You're going to pop your chest out.
Oh, yeah.
But there is a guideline and a fine line that you cannot cross, because it kind of is like, I probably would have done that. But
players follow their coach, and Kim Mulkey is that's how she coaches, is the way they act.
That's right.
That's no knock. She's a great coach, but
she just won her fourth. That was her fourth championship.
Yeah, 3 at Baylor, 1 now at LSU. So
yep. Big weekend. I got logged into Facebook over here. Hopefully we can't miss any comments. Sorry about that last week. We missed about 15 comments last week. So if you're listening, we're actually on our page. So hopefully everyone saw that memo today that we're actually live. So Jeremy, let's talk about a little bit about the Braves. I'm going to make a post on my Facebook to go ahead and get everybody over to this page so we can get some stuff. So let's talk about the MLB and the Atlanta Braves and stuff.
Yeah, Braves started out the season, taking 2 out of 3 from the Nationals. Sunday couldn't get anything offensively going. Jared Schuster started the game, gave up 4 runs in the first. MLB debut, and just nerves, man. You gotta get in there first start. Couldn't find the plate, but got into the 5th inning. And that was it. The offense just couldn't get anything going. Nationals just had their number that day, but came to St. Louis last night, got a big win, 8-4. Riley got his first homer of the night last night, a 473-foot bomb.
Yeah,
out there in Busch Stadium. I think what you told me, 4th longest in Busch Stadium's
longest in Busch. That's the longest in Austin's career playing. That's the longest one, and it's tied for the 6th longest in StatCast era history in the Braves history.
Yeah,
that thing was gone. Every time that me and Anna have been to Busch Stadium, that's always where we sit. Probably because it's the cheapest spot to sit, but that's far. That's up there.
Yeah,
that dude just destroyed that thing.
Hit a 410-foot in the first inning tonight. Braves up 3-0 right now off of a Riley 2-run bomb and an Arcia solo shot. 410-foot tonight, and he barely got a hold of it. So the Braves up 3-0 going to the bottom of the second. Dylan died with his debut tonight. So a couple rookies throwing for the Braves right now, but I think it's a good bunch. Lineup is deep, 1 through 9. Everybody can take you deep. I think the Arcia move is looking like it's a smart move right now.
Yeah,
he's hitting 400, playing lights out defense. So I don't know. I'm excited for this Braves team. I think they can easily win 90-plus games, get back to the playoffs, and make a deep run in the playoffs. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I am very, very happy about this team. We're pretty loaded if you think about it. If pitching stays healthy, make another trip to the postseason and try to win back what's rightfully ours, in my opinion, for sure.
Strider looks good. Strider's got a change up this year. Do it 10 times in the game against the Nationals. And if you go back and watch that game, when they're sitting fastball and they get an 85-mile-an-hour changeup, if he has that all year, I'll go ahead and say it. Give him the Cy Young. Because, he's not going to be hit. So, I'm excited. Got good pitching. Got great offense. Playing good defense.
Matt Olson looks very good.
Yeah,
He's
looking
carrying
good.
over from the preseason.
Got a couple homers and strikeouts is what he does. So
good defense.
Two RBI single last night. So
yeah,
I'm pleased with it. As a Braves fan, my entire life, I'm very pleased with the team. The new rule changes. I like the speed of the game. I didn't think I would.
Yep.
The pick off. Acuna's taking advantage of the two throws over. He's gone. He's.
I got a stat for that when you get done talking about that.
Yeah. So I mean, that's gonna. You're gonna see 5 to 7 guys this year that I think are capable of stealing 50 bags in the MLB. So I think you're going to see some numbers. And if this stays like this trend, you could get some younger guys who get in 21, 22, make it to the show, and who have speed, and they keep these bases like that. The one record I thought would never be touched, which is Ricky Henderson's career steals. I think with these new bases and the new rules, I think that's something, even though it's different.
Yep.
Okay. I think it's something that will eventually be broken.
Oh yeah, most definitely. It kind of reminds me of what's his name? Played with the Reds. Was it Billy Hamilton? Is that right?
Yeah, Billy Hamilton.
Straight speed, of course, and he is one of those guys who came up because hey, you are fast.
Mississippi State, by the way. Do you know that?
Really?
Committed at to Mississippi State, played football.
Oh wow.
Yep, but got drafted.
And caught him. All right, so here's my stat that I found. All right, and this is the first stat is from 2022. Okay, the very first 4 games. You might have seen this. First 4 games of 2022, 49 games are played, 29 stolen bases, 14 people got caught in the very first 4 games. Okay, first 4 games of 2023, 50 games have been played. 70 stolen bases, 14 people have got caught.
Yeah. That is why
that goes back to what you just said.
Why the Braves went and got Sean Murphy. He's the second best arm in the league.
Yeah.
He's thrown out, I think, 1 or 2 base runners already. So, by the way, Ricky Henderson's all-time steal record. Can you get in the ballpark?
600.
Yeah, 1406.
1406. Gosh, dang it. I didn't want to be up here like, oh, you got 15,000. I didn't know.
1,406 career steals is only caught 335 times.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's fast. So
that's
but hey, even so, that he played 25 years, right? So you get a kid that can play with these new rules, stealing 50 bags. That's going to take 20 years of 50 steals to get, well, I don't know, 10 at 5. No, we ain't gonna be that many. But
still, you get a guy who's young.
He can get there.
I think some organizations might even go after that as 18-year-old,
somebody's got speed, that's quick. Yeah, makes sense.
Yep. You are just going to pinch run.
That's all you're going to do. Dave Roberts, this thing for the Red Sox.
Yes.
I did see a picture. I can't remember what game it was. But I did see a picture. It was a 1-2 count or a 2-1 count or something like that. He's already thrown over twice. And he took a delay of game. After the runner took off, he took a delay of game. Well, because of that, the runner had to go back.
Yeah.
To first base. So
there's ways around everything.
There'll be ways around it.
Just like the shift.
I also saw, I don't know if you saw this, these rules. I mean, they're going to have to adjust some things, I think, mid-season or at the end of the year. Yeah. It was the Mets were playing. I think it was the Mets. Yeah. Second baseman's up to bat. Hit and run. Alonso's on first. Jeff McNeil. Mm-hmm. It's a foul ball. Alonso's trotting back to first. Hasn't made it back to first yet. McNeil's in the box, set to hit. Gets to 8 seconds. Alonso's not back at first base. They call a strike on McNeil.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. So, yeah.
Talk about speeding it up.
Yeah, talk about speeding it up. You it don't matter. Hit and run, and you run to third base, you better get back to first base because you got 10 seconds.
You got that right.
Or you're batted, or you know, if you got an 0-2 count out there when you do it now, you know, that's strike 3, you're out of the inning. So there's a lot of things that are just going to be, you're going to see that periodically. I think these guys, even through mid-season toward after All-Star break, are going to be used to the rule change. You're still going to have pitchers taking, you know, pitch clock violations and hitters getting a hitting violation, just because no matter how comfortable you get with something, you always have that moment where you're just, oh, I forgot. So.
Yeah. It's going to be a learning curve for sure. Like you said, there's going to be a lot of mid-season, end-of-season adjustments that will have to for sure take place before, you know, the playoffs and stuff like that. Let's go over to NCAA baseball.
Yeah.
Ole Miss and State are 1-8 in SEC play.
Aren't we lucky?
3 SEC weekends.
Yeah. Let me give you some stats. I'm gonna give you some stats real quick.
Stat time.
Mississippi State stats right here. Ready?
Yes.
I'm gonna give you the offense throughout all 29 games, and I'm gonna give you offense in the SEC 9 games. Okay, and now this is prior to tonight's game. Last I saw, they're up 11-2 on Grambling. Yep. So of course that doesn't factor into these stats. For the season, for 29 games, they're hitting 306 as a team with 46 bombs. Okay. I think that was averaging out to be, hang on, I did the math. I'll go and do it again real quick. 8 runs a game. Okay. Then you get into SEC play. They're hitting this 291 with 14 homers, and they're averaging 5.5 runs a game.
Golly.
That wins you. That you think that wins you more than 1 out of 8 games. Here's the kicker, right? Our pitching staff for the year has a 6.6 ERA, and we've walked 176 people in 29 games. Then you get our pitching staff in SEC play, 12.5 ERA.
Yeah.
So we're scoring 6 runs a game.
Yep.
But we're giving up 12 runs a game. That's why you're 1-8. I mean, that's
and lead off home runs.
Yeah, again, 3 straight games. South Carolina in the Friday game, Saturday game. First pitch, home runs both games. And then against Grambling, first pitch, home run.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. You know, I don't know why Foxhall is still your pitching coach. I don't know if you just have nobody else who can call the pitches.
Right.
But, you know, Saturday's game, you know, South Carolina gets up 3-0. You battle back, make it 4-3. They tie it 4-4. Casey Hunt comes in, gets in a mess, gets out of a mess. He's fired up. I would have taken him out.
Yeah.
I've got plenty of pitching depth, right? They might not all be great, but I've got pitching depth.
Something new.
I bring him back out there.
Yeah.
He walks the bases loaded, errors, and next thing I know, top of the ninth, it is like 14-5 or something like that. You know, 14-4, and it's you lose 2 out of 3 to the number 9 team when you had them on the ropes. You lose 6-4 on Thursday night. You win a good game, 10-run ruled them on Friday, and then you think, man, we played this number 9 ranked team. Here we go, we're turning the corner.
Yep.
And you give up 14 more runs.
There.
I'm not. Foxhall doesn't have the code to the clubhouse. Like, sorry. You know, that's that old saying where you're walking up like beep beep beep. He's shaking on the door, let me in.
Yep.
You ain't you Foxhall, you're done.
Yep, out of here. Gotta get rid of him for sure.
Yeah, I mean, he just doesn't have. He's lost those pitchers, and we have very talented pitchers.
Yeah,
it's something between he and them are just not clicking this year, and you've got to make a change. And as Lamonis has got to see that, and he's going to have to step up as a head coach.
Yeah,
and figure that out because you know you're 1-8. You got, I think you played 30 SEC games, so you got 21 left. So you got 7 series left. You go to Bama this weekend.
Yep.
You got to sweep Bama. You sweep Bama, you're 4-8. Bama's 3-9, I think. So you're ahead of them a game.
Yeah.
You're still going to be ahead of Ole Miss and I think Missouri maybe. Or Missouri. I'm not Missouri. I can't remember the other team. Now you're 4-8, right? And then from there on, if you can go 2 out of 3, 1 out of 3, and get 15-15 in the SEC, get 16-14 in the SEC, 17-13. This team offensively is good enough as tonight. Last score, it was Grambling, but 11 runs. in the first inning. Right?
Yeah.
They're good enough to score with anybody.
19-2. 19-2 is the score right now.
There we go.
It's there.
The game's gonna be over in the 5th, 6th inning because of 10 runs.
Yeah, I mean, it's there.
You're still scoring 5.5 runs a game in SEC play.
Yeah.
Our national championship team, I think, only averaged 4.5 to 5 runs. But you had Bednar, you had Sims, you had some goats that you could go to that were going to shut down the game. Cade Smith come back from injury. He threw good out of the bullpen the other day. So hopefully something gets going. We lost Pico Khan, lefty sophomore, to Tommy John. So he's out for the year. He was going to be a big help. But, we didn't throw Brady Lofton on last Tuesday night because Lamone said he wanted to use him on the weekend. And then he didn't throw the weekend. So I don't know what the coach is doing. I don't know what we got going on. But the team is too talented enough to be 1-8 in the SEC.
For sure.
So, like I said, this weekend, this offense scored 19 runs tonight, carried over to Tuscaloosa, get away from Doobie Noble for an SEC series.
Yep.
And maybe you can just get the feeling back, get to rolling, and then, get some momentum going. Like 7 series, you take 2 out of 3 the rest of the way, you end the season 15-15. Okay.
Right. Hey, we got a comment real fast. We got my dude, Zach Lee. He says, "What's up, boys?" And he's got a question for us. He says, "Who is the top 4 teams in SEC baseball?" Let me just let you know, Jeremy, this dude's a huge LSU fan. Him and his brother have an LSU podcast. He's probably going to talk some smack about LSU here in just a little bit. I'm just letting you know, give you a fair warning.
That's because his baseball team is the best. They're the top team. I'll give it to LSU. I'm going to give it to A&M. I don't know. These 2 through 4, no order, because LSU, in my opinion, is the top team.
For sure.
But I'm going, of course, I'll tell you top 2. LSU, Vandy, top 2.
Oh, yeah.
And then you could throw in Florida, South Carolina, and A&M for that other mix. Kentucky, maybe. I don't think they're as good as they are. We made them look really good. Florida's good. A&M looks good. South Carolina looks good. South Carolina's offense is stacked too.
Yeah.
Every time I was looking at their lineup, I think everybody already through 30 games has got 10 plus homers. So that team can rake. But LSU and Vandy, that's the top 2 teams. Vandy, I think, is a little more balanced, but LSU's got a lineup that will get. You can get them out. But I think LSU right now, I would give them the slight edge over Vanderbilt.
Yeah, I think LSU answered that question. I do have LSU 1, Vandy 2. I do like South Carolina. I like you said 3, 4, and 5 is you got your top 2 teams. I like South Carolina. I like Kentucky and I like Florida. Tennessee, they're there. Yeah. I mean, the East is stacked if you look at it. Right. What's his next question? He says, blowing our things up, which I love. Love the comments. I think Ole Miss is way better than their record as South Carolina benefited with a soft early SEC schedule.
Zach, it ain't soft. They play state. Okay.
Yeah. Not soft about it, son.
I don't know. I think South Carolina is a legit team. Like I said, they're going to score runs. They got one of the best offenses in the SEC. Their pitching's okay. I mean, they've got some good arms, but they're not deep. Ole Miss, I don't know. Ole Miss has played kind of the same. We both played Vandy, right? Then y'all went down to play Florida. Yeah. We got South Carolina, and then we played Kentucky. Who y'all played A&M, right? So
1 and 2 against them.
Yeah. So I think State's one batter away against Kentucky to splitting that, going 1 and 2. Vanderbilt just got swept just like y'all did. And then, we could have taken 2 out of 3. We could have taken all 3 from South Carolina. State takes all 3 from South Carolina. You're not looking at a 1-8 team. Now you're looking at a 4 and 5.
Yep.
You're going, hang on, Mississippi State's okay. We're 4 and 5. That's what you expect in the SEC play. SEC play, you beat each other up. 18 and 12 is about the normal for winning the SEC. 20 and 10 on some good years. So. Like I said, State wins a game against Kentucky. They win 2 or 3 out with South Carolina. Now you're looking at a 4 and 4, 5 and 5 team, or a 5 and 4 team
Yeah.
And no one's questioning anything because that's what you expect. You take 1 out of 3 here, you take 2 out of 3 here, you sweep a team, you get swept by a team. You expect that in SEC play.
Right.
I think the same with Ole Miss.
Yeah, for sure. LSU travels to South Carolina. How do you think that plays out?
I think LSU will get 2 out of 3.
Yeah,
2 out of 3. I know South Carolina's a tough place to play. You know, they are a championship bred baseball team program, right?
Yep.
LSU, same exact way. SEC is so deep right now. I think all throughout, you know, all 14 teams, like it's crazy. So, but I still see, you know, it could go either way. I think there'll be good pitching for that first game. Both teams will have good pitching on that first game. After that, I think you could see some 14-12 type games with those offenses.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's going to be a good weekend. I appreciate all the comments, Zach, for blowing us up. I love the comments, so it gives us, you know, something, of course, to talk about. Well, this weekend, I know you don't talk much about golf, and you don't really listen too much about golf, so I think hang on. We got one more comment about baseball, and then I'm going to move on to the Masters because it's coming up this week. Zach is also still commenting on here. He said, I don't know. I'm nervous. We will see. We've had a brutal start to the SEC plays. 4 straight top 15 teams.
That's SEC every weekend, though. Every
weekend.
We've had Vandy back then, South Carolina. You know, now we're going to go to Bama. It's kind of like a little bit of a break. But, you know, Kentucky wasn't ranked when we play them. Now they're ranked.
Yep.
You know, Vandy's ranked. South Carolina's ranked.
I mean, you get your weekend play.
You had Vandy, Florida, A&M. Rank.
Yep.
Exact same with LSU. I mean, when the SEC ball is good, every weekend it's a top 25 matchup.
Oh, yeah. Every time. And even if it's not, you're still going to get
competitive games.
You're going to get competitive games. I mean, Ole Miss is still good. State's still going to put some runs up, right? But you can't forget about the weekday games. You can't just sleep on them just to get to SEC play. State's still up 19-2. Ole Miss has beaten Memphis 7-1 in the top of the 4th. LSU just took the lead over Nichols 2-1. So you can't sleep on the weekday games, though. You know, we do have a good matchup tonight that you should tune into, guys. Later, North Carolina and South Carolina are playing. They're actually in the top of the 6. So both top 25 teams are playing right now, and it's 0-0. Yeah. So
Braves are up 4-0 into 3. Dylan Dodd's debut, 3 innings, 1 hit, 3 strikeouts so far. You've got a homer, 2-run homer from Riley, solo shot from Arcia, and Sean Murphy, I think, with his first Braves hit with an RBI single to score d'Arnaud, his catching buddy. So
yeah. Who was that? JT, you could probably pronounce his last name. Realmuto. Did you see him throw that dude out the other day? I have to send you that man. Dude's a stud. I was watching the Phillies and the Yankees plays. Phillies are 0-4, by the way. Screw you, Philly fans. I don't like you guys. But they're up 4-0 on the Yankees, who are 3-1. I know Kyle Schwarber hit a bomb the very first inning. So.
Yeah, you know, Phillies are going to have to figure something out. Reese Hawkins, of course, torn his ACL. Harper's coming back from his little elbow surgery. So they'll be okay. But, you know, last year they started off terrible. And then got hot at the right time. It's baseball. I just want to keep seeing the Mets be terrible.
Yes.
Always hated the Mets. Continue to hate the Mets. So
Zach says go Cards, but Zach, look at the scoreboard. 4-0.
Early with a rookie pitcher on the mound.
Yeah. So y'all have a great lineup, great defensive team. So
yeah, I think the Cardinals they're definitely going to be the NL Central winner.
Oh yeah.
So.
It's weak on that side, but it's okay. But hey, we have a lot. We have a lot coming up in a couple weeks. We have the Masters this week. You don't really watch golf, but you have a pretty sick hat. Let's show them where Jeremy. Let's do the commercial so they can know where to get that freaking hat at. You ready for it?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Oasis Grooming Barbershop, changing lives, one cut at a time. Shank It Golf. Do you know someone who keeps wearing that boring golf gear every time they play? Look no farther than Shank It Golf. They have the best polos and hats around. Just like the saying goes, feel good, play good. Use my code to get 15% off, and that's JPFEARS.
All right, guys, look at that hat right there. Got a little tiger on it. Shank It Golf. Get
And
you
I will say, a lot of comments on the hat, and it's one of the most. Like I got a big head. Okay, look,
a lot of hair.
a lot of hair, good looking hair.
Yes.
My gosh,
That's that kind hair, you know it.
Best fitting hat that I have ever worn. Don't play golf. Don't care about golf. I know JP loves golf. I care about JP, so I bought a hat to support him.
That's right.
And it turned out to be one of my favorite hats. I wear it like every single day. So.
Yeah. And I got the if you get on the website, guys, get on there. I got the black one with the skull and crossbone, but the crossbones are golf clubs, so it looks pretty sweet. I also wear mine a lot, even though I don't have it on. I got my worn out camo hat on today. But hey, the Masters are coming up this week. I'm very excited.
Look, I don't watch a lot of golf until it gets to the Masters just because it's such a big event.
Yeah.
So it's going to be good. You know, I don't know who I'm going to root for.
If Tiger gets in, I know you're rooting for Tiger.
I will go for Tiger. Look, I've always been if it's anything about golf, like Tiger.
Yeah.
I just like his game. Like his competitive. I like Phil Mickelson. And then Rory McIlroy. Yeah, those are some guys. So the ones I know, the ones I follow, the people I work with, they are big golf guys. Everybody plays golf. They talk golf. Golf's always on TV at work. So I know a little bit more about golf than I did that I care about. But the Masters big. Hopefully the weather's good. I know we got some rough, apparently some rough weather coming in again tonight in our area, and and then rain the rest of the week, and it's pushing to Augusta. So we shall see. I know Augusta drains well. I know because of being in the South that they have fixed that up. So we'll see. But I think it's gonna be a big weekend. Lots of people end up going out there. Golf fans or not, you know what the Masters is. Get the green jacket. So
that is for sure a bucket list of mine is to go to the Masters on Sunday and watch the end of the day. But it's starting on, I think, play-in is Thursday, Friday, and then so you can watch it on ESPN Thursday, Friday to see who's going to make the cut. I think it's top like 45 or so people, and then Saturday, Sunday they're shooting out for the green jacket.
Yep.
So I have I got my top 3 people. I have my top 10 guy, which you say you know the top guys. So some of these guys are going to be like, who the heck are you talking about?
I'm surprised with some names. Because like I said, it's only word. I may know a little bit.
Yeah. So I have a top 10 guy who I think is capable of winning is Colin Morikawa.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard of that guy.
Good job, guy.
Yeah. He's a little bit I'm not going to say he's like 20, something like that. He's a younger guy. He's been doing this for 5 or 6 years. Beautiful swing. He is very, very clutch when he needs to be, I guess you can say. So kind of like a Justin Thomas, Jordan Spieth guy when he was younger. That's Colin Morikawa. But another guy, Will Zalatoris. I know you probably not heard of this guy's name. He's a sleeper in my opinion. I have my sleeper, but my all around favorite player, who in my opinion is going to wear the green jacket, is Scotty Scheffler. You might have heard of that guy. If you haven't,
I have heard that name.
That's a bad man. That dude's a bad man. If there's a documentary on Netflix, Full Swing, if you ever just want to get a hankering to learn about more golf, that is the good Netflix series to watch, and you get to learn about him. That dude's just so down to earth. It's just like, I didn't practice. I just came here and, I shot 15 under. It's like
some people are gifted like that.
Some people are just great like that. So tune into the Masters. I think it's going to be fun. April 15th, we have NBA playoffs are starting, which.
Hey, you want to hear a stat I saw, which is crazy?
Let's hear it.
The WNBA championship game had more viewers than the NBA finals did last year. And we're talking, college women's basketball. more viewers than the NBA this year than the NBA Finals did last year. So NBA, I don't know. I kind of stay away from it. I'm not a big fan.
Yeah.
I will follow, which is rare, but if there's any Mississippi State guys get to the league, I will follow their career. I will root for them just like I do with the NFL.
Right.
But if I had to pick right now, I mean, I keep up with all sports. I don't watch basketball besides look highlights and stuff. But if I had to pick my team to win it this year, I like the Bucks with Giannis. So they look good. They look solid. So I like the Bucks.
Yeah. I, of course, being up here where I am, I do watch the Grizzlies a lot. So follow them, thank the Lord for Bally Sports. So thankful for those so we can watch our Southern teams. I don't think they cover the Braves anymore. I don't know.
Well, the Braves are still on Bally Sports, but I did a lot of research this week trying to figure out a way to watch them since I don't have DirecTV.
Yeah.
But since DirecTV owns the Braves, if you don't have DirecTV, you cannot watch the Braves. They own it. MLB TV, they own it through Bally Sports. They own all the Braves unless you watch Bally Sports with DirecTV. It's ridiculous. A lot of people are upset about that, but nothing you can do about it.
That's right. Yeah. So I watched the Grizz through Bally Sports. I've been keeping up with them all season long. Dylan Brooks are our three. Small forward, his temper.
He's
a good defender. I'll give him that. I did not like the guy last year in the playoffs. I felt like that's the reason we lost. It's just his attitude, but you can't blame it on one person. You got to blame it on literally the whole team.
Right.
Hopefully Ja can stay his mindset will be good. Jaren can continue to play very good, but I think they're getting there. I think they're young enough, and I think they're going to be more of a, I guess you want to compare it to the UConn team this year, shoots their way into it and win the whole thing. That's how they're going to do it. I don't see them going to do it. I think
in the West, you got to go through Golden State.
Even though they're not top seed,
they're still good.
Still good.
You got to go through Phoenix. Now that KD's out there, the Lakers are.
Well, they've made the play-in. They have made the push. So Anthony Davis is out, so it's fine.
I was a Lakers guy until Kobe left and retired. RIP to my favorite basketball player.
Yes.
But not a Lakers fan anymore.
No.
Don't really care about basketball anymore. So,
and I'll say it here on live podcast. So all of my haters, hopefully this thing is on. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, everyone? LeBron James is trash.
At Tyler Smith.
At Tyler Smith. I hope you're watching after your interview tonight. Also, he's going to be on the podcast next weekend, so y'all tune in for our boy T. Smith, who I've known for 10 plus years. And found out a couple months ago that he's your workout partner, which is crazy. Because Jeremy's sitting here showing me a video of him deadlifting. And I'm like, that's Tyler. He's like, how do you know Tyler? I was like, I've known Tyler for 10 years. We went to camp together. So that's our dude. He's going to be on next week. But at Tyler Smith, I hope you wear your LeBron jersey next week because I think it'll be funny. But LeBron sucks. He's trash. I hope this gets a lot of blow up. Hope this makes Sports Center for all I freaking care. But I think he's trash. So it is what it is. I don't even care anymore.
LeBron haters.
Number one fan right here, baby. Yep. So it's going to be good. Tyler will be here next week. He's also a wrestling fan, which we grew up watching wrestling.
Yeah.
I've been put through so many power bombs, choke slams, rock bottoms. The Hardy Boys, baby. Come on.
That's my team. That's my guys right there. So yeah. You went through a lot of stuff as the youngest brother.
Yes.
Went through some Dudley Boy 3Ds.
Twist of Fates.
You've been through it all. And look at you. You came out better looking than you ever could have.
That's right. I mean, I'm the best looking one out of the bunch, I feel like. Thanks, Mom, for telling us that. I'm just kidding. I get my looks after our youngest, actually the middle brother, if you want to do it. Dash, he's our weenie dog. I get my looks after my little buddy there. So
yeah.
But we're gonna talk about some wrestling because Tyler's a wrestling fan, so we throw that in there because we just had WrestleMania. I know, Jeremy, you're probably not keeping up with it anymore. You might surprise me. You might surprise me. I hope you do, though.
Tyler tells me enough. I know there's a lot of drama going on right now, and I know that he is ready to vent.
Yes.
About some WWE. So,
yes, viewers out there, you know anybody that loves WWE, send them our way next week as Tyler just rants and talks about it. Me and him been talking all week about it, what's going on. So it's going to be good. I think it'll dust off some old memories for us, bro. Like that's what we used to do all the time. Mom used to buy pay-per-views for us to watch, and wish she still did that. But anyways, it's neither here or there. No, I'm just kidding. But it's going to be good. We are super excited about next week with Tyler. I think it's going to be a good episode. Thank you for all the comments and likes. I think Zach's the only guy. Yeah, we had 6 comments. They were all from Zach. So
I appreciate it, Zach.
Appreciate it, dude. So y'all tune in next week, 7 p.m. And don't forget the GoFundMe for Amory. We're halfway there, guys. Let's just get a little bit. Let's just push and get this stuff raised. Jeremy, you got anything before we close out? Any stats or anything?
No, that's all I got tonight.
All I got tonight. All right, guys. We'll see you guys next week. See ya. And we have one last comment. I forgot to put this in here. Our beautiful mother just said, love you guys, Mom. We love you. Jeremy's not on here. It's just me. So love you and see you guys next week.